You know what? Today, I really don't feel like being stuck in here. Let's go somewhere else. Come on. Much better. I'm in Japan this week, one of my favorite places in the world. We're going to talk food, but we're also going to go around and check out some sights. Let's go. First I thought, well, I'm on the road this week. I don't have my camera, I can't make any videos. Then I realized this is actually the perfect opportunity. A lot of people say they can eat really healthy if they're in their element. But if they're busy or traveling, everything goes haywire. And what's worse, once they're back home, it's really hard to get back on track. How do you still eat healthy without spending a ton of money or having a lot of work, even when you're away from home? Very far away from home. Let's have a little challenge. Okay, so I'm gonna pop into the store behind me and get some food. I mean, it's a grocery store. They're the same anywhere in the world, right? How hard can that be? I got this. I am so lost. Everything's in Japanese. I don't know what half this stuff is. All right, I'm back. I did find some good stuff eventually. My approach to food is pretty simple. As many whole plants as I can possibly fit in. I've made videos before on the science, the why behind that choice. I may have some processed foods or some animal products once in a blue moon, depending on circumstances. But in general, I try to avoid it. I try to get as many of my nutrients and calories as possible from whole plants. That's it. So let's take a look at that grocery haul. I got some black beans. They look a little different from the Western black beans, a little rounder, but I looked this up. It definitely says red black beans. I got some edamame, very Japanese. And then I got some veggies, tomatoes, avocado, some broccoli sprouts, some Japanese mushrooms, and almonds, some corn, and then these greens. They look like a spinach and bok choy had a love child. And then some grapes. And lastly, I got this nurigoma. It's basically a Japanese tahini. And so we'll use this as a kind of a sauce. Okay, so I have the beans soaking already in the same pan that I'm going to cook them in, so that saves me work later. I'm going to leave that in there for a few hours and go do some sightseeing, and I'll come back to tend to these later. This way, she never felt this way. Grab another bottle, put it up to her face, rather cover all the pain before she ever would. Okay, now all we got to do is put this bad boy on the stove, and now comes the hardest part of the whole operation, which is figuring out what these buttons mean. I'm just gonna assume this is the on button and hope, pray to the gods above that it's not self-destruct. Fingers crossed. All right, it's been a few minutes. That's cooking really well. It's almost done. So it's time to add the mushrooms, corn, and edamame. Mix it up. While that's finishing up, it's almost done. A couple more minutes. We're just gonna chop some veggies over here and make a quick salad. This way. She never felt this way. Grab another bottle, put it up to her face. Rather cover all the pain before she ever would. Say. And this is where I make my enemies. I'm gonna throw the grapes in there as well. Okay, threw the salad on a plate, and this is ready to come out. Let's add the sprouts and the almonds to that and finish up with that tahini. So there we go. That was 5-10 minutes tops of hands-on work. It's pretty filling. If I can do it, anybody can do it. There you go. When we're away from home, we often focus on what we miss. That food we like or the seasoning we normally use. But there's also a big potential upside in trying unusual foods. It can help build our microbiome diversity, meaning having more different species of bugs in our gut, which we're learning more and more is associated with better health outcomes. This way, she never felt this way. Grab another bottle, put it up to her face. Rather cover up. Okay, there's no dining table, so I'm sitting. I'm basically using this coffee table. I'm sitting on the floor. I mean, it's Japan, right? And I'm doing the chopsticks. I'm not messing around. Who do you think I am? What's this fork even doing here? Come on. Itadakimasu. So that tasted pretty good. And here's the back of the envelope calculation for that meal. 680 calories, so roughly a third of daily needs. 33 grams of protein with a good breakdown of essential amino acids. 26 grams of fiber. 30% of my daily calcium, 100% of my iron, 100% of folate, 100% of vitamin K, etc. And that's just one meal. And it was definitely a lot cheaper than going to a restaurant. Now, the point of that video is to share ideas. It's not to limit or to lecture people. I like to eat in restaurants occasionally, it's fun. But personally, if I do it 3 times a day, I get really sick of it. Plus, it gets expensive really quick. So this is a way to eat healthy for about the same price you would pay at home. Bottom line, even if you're somewhere different, you're not in your element, you don't know the foods, it's still possible to throw something together that's cheap and quick and healthy if you stick to a few basic principles. So the goal here is not to impress Gordon Ramsay. It's raw! And admittedly, I can work on the presentation, and if I make more of these videos, I'll get better at making things look prettier. But the main goal here is to throw something together that's healthy and tasty without spending hours in the kitchen or breaking the bank. Now, obviously, this is just an example. Some people may not like tahini or grapes in their salad, or they may want to have some animal products in their meal, or they may be allergic to something. There's plenty of room for variation to fit your personal needs and preferences, but the bottom line here is that if your foundation is solid, if it's based on sound principles, then you're off to a good start. If you thought that video was useful, consider sharing with others who might be interested, and hit that like button and subscribe for more nutrition made simple. Also, feel free to link up with me on my Facebook page and on Twitter for more in-depth nutrition science. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.